Hello, everyone. My name is Manny Gray. I want to start off by saying how much I respect educators and all that they do in the realm of education. Being an educator is never an easy job, but I see all of you managing to make the best out of what you can. Now, I know I'm not a teacher, nor do I have plans to teach in the future, but if I were to be a teacher, here are a few dispositions I think would make me an excellent educator. One, respect for the diversity of others. As a classified professional in higher education, I am a firm believer one size shoe does not fit all, meaning we cannot group all students into the same category. We must work together in providing equitable services to all groups of students and continue to challenge ourselves and others to learn more about other cultures, races, religions, sexual orientations, genders, and etc. Number two, reflection. I'm a firm believer in reflecting in one's work and always getting feedback on how you can improve. Using real life experiences to reflect on what you learned. This helps people to relate what they learned in textbooks to what they learned in real life and to use real life experiences to reflect. I am a reflective learner. I like to use real life experiences to help me understand a topic. Number three, honesty. Being transparent and honest goes a far way when it comes to working with people. This has helped me develop great working relationships with others, especially with students. I always tell students to be your true, authentic self. Honesty has really opened up many doors of relationships, professional and working relationships for me. And being able to develop these relationships through honesty has really helped me to help other students be successful on their educational journey. Lastly, compassion, advocacy, and dedication are probably my strongest suits. Due to me growing up in the foster care system, I lived a very adverse life. So for the last 10 years working in the field of a public servant, I do with compassion. I sit on many committees at the college level advocating for services and resources for students. If I was an educator in the K through 12 schools, I would do the same. Advocate for services and resources for students, especially students who have a disadvantage over others because of learning barriers, disability barriers, maybe behavioral barriers. So trying to find resources and services for them. You will see the compassion and the advocacy and the dedication through my work and action. As mentioned before, I have no interest in ever teaching, but I know if I were to teach, I would hold great dispositions and being an excellent educator. One disposition I think I would need to work on is high expectations for others. I am very honest, but I don't like to tell or point out people's weaknesses. If I see someone feeling, or if I see someone doing not so well in an area, I get uncomfortable telling them you, about the area of their weakness because I've always been told that I couldn't do it. I'm not capable of doing it. And so it is something in me that I'm afraid to tell others. So this would be one huge disposition that I would need to work on. Lastly, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? Well, I would like to think that me, would be if I was a professional educator, I would want them to be like me. Someone that is open minded, someone that is willing to go through professional development all the time to learn new things. Maybe the curriculum has changed within their state. Maybe the district's policies and procedures have changed. So, ongoing learning is a must in the realm of education. I want an educator to be compassionate, empathetic, and sympathetic to all students because not one student is like the other. I want educators to have respect for diversity, meaning to learn about others' cultures and religions, sexual orientations, and genders. Educators should have should have higher standards for themselves because they're out there teaching. Morals and values play a role in how educators think, feel, and act. We must know that if we are working in the realm of a public servant, working with people in the public as educators, we must know that we need to work with them and not against them. We are working for them and not against them. As I mentioned before, I have the utmost respect for all educators. I do not plan on being an educator, but I see the amount of work you all go through and all the stresses that comes your way, and you still manage to keep on going and going and going. So keep up the good work, and let's go educators.